Lawrence Smithfield's killer has been revealed. His name is Matthew LaFontaine, and he is a struggle brat. All right, he is a struggle brat. He works as an engineer, to be honest. Okay, probably makes a good living there. Besides being a killer. But I saw this on Jada Black's, stream there, and this is my shout out. I'm giving credit where credit due because he's been at the forefront of this, anti-investigation because the cops are corrupt and they refuse to look into the case and shit and do rudimentary investigation work for this woman. And it's a goddamn shame and shit. She was a divestor. Okay? I've shitted on her enough for being a fucking divestor and shit. And she had a struggle brand and shit. As you can see in this fucking picture, he ain't nothing to write home about and shit. She was 23 and this guy, well, he's not, they said he was a senior citizen initially, but he's 37. Yeah, he's in his 30s, okay? In his fucking 30s, she's 23. She's fresh, you know. I guess a guy like him would call her chicken, excuse the pun and shit. But, yeah, there's, I like to, I was a latchkey kid growing up, so I like to quote, I like to use, movies as, allegories or metaphors or, just to get my point across. This was what I call a looking for Mr. Goodbar situation. And I think a lot of these young females out here, Divestor and I, should watch that movie and shit because it ends with the murder of a young wayward woman and shit by some guy she just picked up. It's based on a true story, I believe. And I think you should, any female within the sound of my voice, the 8% of women that watch my content should heed this warning of if they know somebody should pass that movie to them and shit, okay? So yeah. So here's the guy, right? Here's the guy that she felt comfortable bringing into her home and shit. 23 years old. This guy's in his 30s. No dumb, but he is a struggle brat, okay? He's got the flannel shirt and, all the shit going on, okay? And, while I was watching old boy's, little episode there, he said that the family went over, they didn't even conduct an investigation when they went in there and found the body and everything. And this guy was just there, like a smoking gun, just right there in the face. Supposedly they found that family members discovered a used condom that had samples in it, obvious samples of field condom. Um, there was a blood stain in the middle of the bed with some blood drifted off to the right of the bed. So, oh yeah, they said they found what looked like some type of pill in there. All right, so, allegedly, I'm just, in my opinion only, just my opinion that allegedly, looks like she might have got a roofie, and then she might have got her back door tapped and shit, okay? Looks like she might have got her back door tapped. They didn't say whether she was found with clothes on or nothing, but the guy is saying that they had some drinks as she got ill and went to the bathroom. She, some shit, went down, like her brother showed up to pick up some clothes, but he didn't know the guy was in there. She went out to meet her brother and give him a bag of clothes, the laundry basket or something. He went on his merry way and she went back to get drugged and, get her back door took while she was out unconscious. She probably died from a drug overdose or who knows what, man. But, yeah, the cops, the struggle brat was right there in the middle of the scene, smoking gun and shit. You got a guy here who's obviously has sex with the woman, a used condom with semen in it. All right. You got a big blood stain in the bed, in the middle of the bed, the middle of the fucking bed, with some of it drifting off to the side, like the guy left like a streak or something when he got out, because they had gutter sex and whatnot. I don't think I'm pretty sure she wasn't conscious when she got it. So the one brother that made the video about her being a ghetto gagger and shit, it was right on point and shit. It's talking about a serial killer, one of these serial killer Brads out here, Chads or whatever the fuck he called it. He was right on the money, man. He was right on the fucking money, man. I really give it to him and shit, man. I feel bad, but the family is suing the police department and shit. They have enough stuff where they feel comfortable suing. They have a GoFundMe page. You can go over there and, you know, support it if you feel like doing it. If you don't, it's understandable and shit, because this is a byproduct of all this bullshit, you know, this 304 culture, this toxic misandry, and this overt, retarded, fake feminism that has burned and ruined our fucking ethnic community to this very day. So, you know, I want to say to the young lady, rest in peace. I would have never made this fucking video if I didn't see that picture and shit. And, you know, I guess you could say I'm jumping on a bandwagon or something, but you could kiss my fucking ass and shit, whatnot. I'd have to report on this shit. I made a video. The last video I made on this case was called Empathy. Nobody had nothing to say about that shit, did they? So, that being said, you know, rest in peace, young lady. And I hope this motherfucker goes down for this shit, okay? Let's just be honest about this shit. Yeah, I don't want to see nobody fucking die. You know, ghetto gagger or not, you know. Now, I made a lot of videos about that shit because I find it disgusting and reprehensible and shit. It needs to be taken down and shit for obvious reasons. Reasons that, you know, denote a common sense lifestyle. But this young lady, she was not safe. She was not playing safe. She was not keeping her head on the swivel. And she got taken down by a struggle brat who was so cowardly that he had to drug her, allegedly, and, you know, get in her back door. Where else would that blood be coming from? Where else would that blood? She on her, you know, if she was on a cycle, I don't think she would have had the guy over there. You know, I hate to be crass about it and shit. They found a used condom. They found some kind of pills or vestiges of a pill. And there's a big, wet blood stain in the middle of the bed with a streak leading off to the right side of it and shit. Alright? So the right side is likely closest to the door. You know? So, make of that what you will. I gotta go now.
It's pimpin' time. Glasses up to the pimps, max, and players throughout the country. Hey, look, as you can see what's going on, another renegade bites the dust. Another squid bites the dust. Another sneaky hold'em bites the dust. Lauren Ghetto Gagger Smith. This is the episode called Sabotage by Mom. Or I can name it Ghetto Gaggers, but I'm gonna stick with Sabotage by Mom. Or I can name it Serial Killer Tricks. It falls in all three categories. But we're gonna do the Serial Killer Trick episode once we find out who the actual trick is. Whatever bottom shelf Brad just was. You understand? Let the clip roll, man. It's pimpin' time.
It's killing me inside. I miss my baby.
Man. Your tears is tears of guilt. Tears of guilt are telling her that bullshit.
The mother of 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields of Bridgeport says her family's world came crashing down 10 days ago when her daughter was found dead inside her apartment on Plymouth Street under what the family describes as mysterious circumstances. The medical examiner has not yet released the cause of death, and investigators aren't commenting.
Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself, paid out of pocket, because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled.
It's Lauren.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Lauren was a familiar face to YouTube audiences. Her family says she had been a track star at Stanford High School and was now studying physical therapy at Norwalk Community College. A sweet child, they say, who had blossomed into a beautiful young woman who had the whole world at her feet. They say Lauren had met, quote, an older white man on the dating app Bumble, and it was he who alerted police.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Your daughter was a ghetto gagger, sir, and she was sabotaged by her mom. I don't know if you okayed it, but the mom okayed it. She was a GG. She was a ghetto gagger, sir. You know, the shit that you see, you know, head on the bowl, come on it. Yeah, she was doing all that, man, with old men. Old 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old men. She was 22, 23. Yeah, man. I'm sure all them young players in that school were trying to get up in them panties. And guess what she was doing? Creeping off with old men. Yeah, I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. Ain't nobody gonna give it up like this, sir. You can look online and offline, man. I need you to come talk to me, man. Come talk to me, man. After you finish going through what you're going through, I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut, man. Because guess what? We got a serial killer trick on the loose, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's bigger than just, yeah, your daughter was ghetto gagging, but guess what? We got a serial killer trick on the fucking loose, man. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, man. Sabotaged by her mom.
To Lauren's death. The family says they are not satisfied with answers they got from an investigator.
I asked him about the guy. He just made it seem like the guy was a nice guy. There was nothing to investigate.
The only contact that we have had was from a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective.
Lauren's dad reading a scathing statement saying police failed to extend the most basic courtesies and told his family to stop calling. Councilwoman Maria Pereira says police owe Lauren's mom an apology.
She sent a really well-written email, and I was shocked when just yesterday she told me she had not even received a response.
A mom who's left to plan her daughter's funeral just days before Christmas says she's struggling to find a path forward.
Life is not the same. I don't know who I'm going to be after this.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
Ma'am, your tears is tears of guilt. Tears of telling her that bullshit. That's what your tears is. I'm looking at your tears, man. I'm trying to have empathy, or lack of. I'm trying to have a sympathy. Your tears are tears of guilt because you know you vouch for that bullshit. You know good and well that you told her to date older white guys, and it's gonna eat you up. You know it. You know you told her, don't bring home one of them niggas. You better go out there and find you a white boy. You know you told her that. Live with it. That's your tears. Tears of guilt. You know that your so-called husband is a simp. You know that. Yeah, man. That's your tears. Tears of guilt. Not tears because you so sad because she gone. That's the guilt eating you up.